evaporate. Poof. In California. You know, the two now locked in a virtual tie in that state, and the Clinton family blitzing California in an effort to try and hold off the Vermont senator. Take a look at the latest Wall Street Journal poll shows Mrs. Clinton with 49%, Senator Sanders 47%, and that happens to be well within the margin of error. So what can we expect to happen in 72 hours? Susan Ferricchio is the chief congressional correspondent for the Washington Examiner and joins us now. Man, oh man, Susan, who would ever have thunk? I mean, 2 points apart. That's like this. What do you think we will see come Tuesday night?
Well, good question. I think it's very possible that Hillary will either tie or lose to Bernie Sanders. And I think the real problem from her here is the symbolism of Bernie Sanders beating her in California. She had a 15-point lead. Now it's gone. It's the biggest state in the Democratic primary, 475 delegates. And so it's a big deal if he wins. And I think it further demonstrates that Hillary Clinton is not a perfect candidate for Democrats, that there are a lot of people who want somebody else. You know, why? Why do they want somebody else? So it's a big symbolic issue for her, I think. But it's only 475 delegates, right? But they'll probably split it down the middle. It may not give him that much of a delegate lead. But it also will, you know, give him sort of momentum to not drop out. You know, Hillary Clinton lately has been saying Bernie Sanders really needs to quit, and others in the Democratic establishment are calling for the same. But if he wins California, you know, how can you tell him to drop out? You know, why not stay in until the convention? And that's certainly not good for Mrs. Clinton.
And I mean, he's warning about that. He's already saying that they're going to go back to Vermont on Wednesday and see, you know, what happens Tuesday night. But he's saying they're going to the convention. He says there's going to be a contested convention, that they're going to start rounding up some of the super delegates and try and poach them away from Hillary Clinton. But at the same time, she's so far ahead in the super delegates, and she seemingly, under the math, has this whole thing already locked up. So how do you go into the convention potentially with a candidate who has suffered so many big losses?
Well, I think what you say is really true about the delegate math. She's got more than 700 delegates on him at this point, and so mathematically it would be really impossible. However, there are circumstances that might make it possible for Bernie Sanders to somehow, you know, snatch victory away from Mrs. Clinton. What if she's indicted by the